Welcome to Rajalakshmi's Concept Clear classes. Today in this video we will discuss about transpiration. From the last class we learned that water is absorbed by the root system and this water is translocated to aerial parts of the plant. Actually huge amount of water is absorbed by the root system, but only 5% of this water is utilized by the plant and the rest of the water is lost from the aerial part of the plant to the atmosphere. This is called as transpiration. So, transpiration is the process of loss of water from the aerial parts of the plant in the form of water vapor. Next, water type. Basing on the plant organ or structure involved, there are three types of transpiration. Number one is cuticular transpiration. Second is lenticular transpiration. And third is known as stomatal transpiration. First we will see what is cuticular transpiration. The transpiration which occur through the cuticle is known as cuticular transpiration. What is cuticle? Cuticle is a wax-like covering present on the surface of the leaves and branches. Through this cuticle, very small amount of water is lost. That is, water is lost from the general surface of the leaves and branches. This is known as cuticular transpiration. Only 10% of total transpiration occur through cuticle. The cuticular transpiration depends upon the thickness of the cuticle. Thicker the cuticle, lesser is the transpiration rate. In xerophytic plant or the plants growing in dry regions, they contain thick cuticle or the leaves have thick cuticle to check the evaporation because there is scarcity of water. So to conserve water, the xerophytic plants are thick cuticle. Next we will come to lenticular transpiration. The transpiration occurring through lenticels is known as lenticular transpiration. What are lenticels? Lenticels are pores present on the bark which contain the loosely arranged cells. So some amount or very negligible amount of water is lost through these lenticels. About 0.1% of the total transpiration occurs through lenticels. Then the stomatal transpiration. The transpiration occurs through the stomata is known as stomatal transpiration. The stomata are minute pores or very small pores present on the epidermis of the leaves and young branches. And through these stomatal transpiration, about 90% of water is lost. So, we see that the stomatal transpiration is the main type of or the important type of transpiration. So, we will study the stomatal transpiration in detail. So, stomatal transpiration. So, first we will see what are stomata. Stomata are the openings or pores present on the epidermis of the leaves and young branches. The stomata are surrounded by two specialized epidermal cells known as guard cells. These guard cells are bean-shaped or kidney-shaped. It is bean-shaped in dicots and dumbbell shaped in monocots. So these two guard cells present among the epidermal cells. Many pores or stomata are distributed among the epidermal cells. These openings are guarded by two guard cells, and these guard cells are bean-shaped or kidney-shaped. The guard cells contain chloroplast. These are the chloroplast. While other epidermal cells do not contain chloroplast. The inner wall of the guard cell is thick and inelastic, means it is difficult to stretch, and the outer wall is thin and elastic. And these two guard cells guard or control the opening and closing of stomata. Then the guard cells again surrounded by some specialized epidermal cells or modified epidermal cells known as accessory cells. And the whole structure, that is the opening singular, is stoma. This is the stoma. The stoma and the guard cells and accessory cells. The whole structure is known as stomatal apparatus. So, stomatal transpiration occur when the stomata remain open, and stomatal transpiration does not occur when the stomata are closed. Next, mechanism of stomatal opening and closing or mechanism of transpiration. The opening and closing of stomata depends upon the osmotic concentration of the guard cells. When the guard cell absorb water from the accessory cells, then the guard cells become turgid or stretched. This turgidity exert a pressure on the inner outer wall of the guard cell, so that the guard cells become pulled outward, and along with the thinner wall, the inner thick wall are also pulled apart from each other, and an elliptical opening is formed. So this is the stomata open. When water is lost from the guard cells to the other epidermal cells, then what happens? The guard cell become flaccid and inner thick wall comes to its original position and the stomata is closed. So we see that the stomatal opening and closing depends upon the osmotic concentration of the guard cells. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask me in the comment section. And if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe my channel.